What if I told you that one decision you make today could completely change your financial future? Right now, people around the world are quietly building wealth. Not through jobs, not through traditional business, but through something called Bitcoin. And the crazy part, most people are still ignoring it. They think it's too late. They think it's risky. They think it's complicated. But what if they're completely wrong? In this video, I'm going to break down, in the simplest way possible, why Bitcoin could be one of the biggest opportunities of this decade, and why smart investors are still buying it even today. Let's start with the most important question. Backhand index pointing right, what actually is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is not just some random digital coin. It's a completely new kind of money. No bank controls it. No government prints it. And no one can manipulate it easily. It's powered by technology called blockchain, which makes it transparent, secure, and decentralized. Think of it like this. Imagine a currency that belongs to the people, not to any country. That's Bitcoin. And this is exactly why more and more investors are starting to take it seriously. But here's where it gets really interesting. Bitcoin is limited. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. That's it. No more. Ever. Now think about that for a second. We live in a world where governments can print unlimited money. Every year, more currency gets created, which slowly reduces the value of your money. That's called inflation. Your savings lose value. Your purchasing power drops. And most people don't even realize it's happening. But Bitcoin is the complete opposite. It's deflationary by design. No one can print more of it. No one can suddenly increase the supply. And when something is limited, and demand keeps increasing, backhand index pointing right, the price usually goes up. That's simple economics. This is exactly why many people are calling Bitcoin digital gold. Just like gold, it's scarce, valuable, and not controlled by any single authority. In fact, big institutions, millionaires, even billionaires, are slowly moving their money into Bitcoin. Not because it's a trend, but because they understand something most people don't. And that is, backhand index pointing right Bitcoin is not just an investment. It's a shift in the entire financial system. But now you might be thinking, okay, but is it really safe? Thinking face. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about safety. Because this is the biggest doubt people have. They hear stories about hacks, scams, and price crashes, and instantly think, Bitcoin is not safe. But here's the truth. Backhand index pointing right Bitcoin itself has never been hacked. The blockchain technology behind it is one of the most secure systems ever created. It runs on thousands of computers around the world, making it almost impossible to shut down or manipulate. So then where do the problems come from? From people. Bad exchanges. Weak passwords. Falling for scams. That's where most losses happen. But if you use trusted platforms and store your Bitcoin properly, backhand index pointing right, it can actually be safer than keeping money in a bank. Now let's talk about volatility. Yes, Bitcoin goes up and down, sometimes very fast. But here's what most beginners don't understand. Backhand index pointing right volatility is where the opportunity is. Every major dip in Bitcoin's history has eventually been followed by a bigger rise. People who panic and sell, lose. People who stay patient and buy smart, win. That's why smart investors don't chase the hype. They follow a simple strategy. Backhand index pointing right, buy and hold. They understand one thing clearly. Bitcoin is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a long-term wealth-building asset. But now comes the most important question. Backhand index pointing right, why should you buy Bitcoin right now and not wait? Let's break that down. Why should you buy Bitcoin right now and not wait? Because timing the market is almost impossible. Most people say, I'll buy when the price drops. But when the price actually drops, they get scared and don't buy. And when the price starts going up again, they feel it's too late. This cycle repeats again and again. Backhand index pointing right. That's why most people miss the biggest opportunities. But smart investors do something different. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They create a strategy. One of the most powerful strategies is called backhand index pointing right dollar cost averaging, DCA. Instead of investing a big amount at once, you invest small amounts regularly, weekly or monthly. This way, you don't worry about price going up or down. You just keep accumulating Bitcoin over time. And over the long run, this strategy has proven to be extremely powerful. Now think about this. Bitcoin adoption is still growing. Big companies are entering the market. Financial institutions are getting involved. And governments are starting to recognize it. We are still early. Backhand index pointing right, just like the early days of the internet. The people who understood it early are the ones who benefited the most. And today, Bitcoin is giving a similar opportunity, but only to those who are willing to see the bigger picture. So the real question is not, is Bitcoin too late? The real question is, backhand index pointing right, will you take action or watch others win? And now, let's talk about how you can actually get started. But taking action is what really matters. Step 1. Backhand index pointing right. Choose a trusted exchange. This is where you buy Bitcoin. Look for platforms that are secure, easy to use, and widely trusted. Don't just go for random apps you see in ads. Do a little research, read reviews, and pick something reliable. Step 2. Backhand index pointing right. Create your account and verify it. Most platforms will ask for basic verification. It's normal, and it keeps your account safe. Once you're set up, Step 3. Backhand index pointing right. Start small. You don't need thousands of dollars. Even a small amount, consistently invested, can grow over time. Remember, backhand index pointing right, it's not about how much you invest. It's about how early and how consistently you invest. Step 4. Backhand index pointing right. Use the DCA strategy. Instead of trying to guess the market, set a fixed amount. Invest it regularly. No stress. No overthinking. Just consistency. Step 5. Backhand index pointing right. Think long-term. This is where most people fail. They buy Bitcoin, then check the price every hour, and panic when it drops. Don't do that. Zoom out. Look at the bigger picture. Bitcoin has gone through crashes, fear, negativity, and still, it has come back stronger every single time. That's why patience is your biggest advantage. And if you can master that, backhand index pointing right, you're already ahead of 90% of people. But before you go and invest, there's one final thing you need to understand. Something most people ignore, and it can make a huge difference in your journey. Let's talk about that, because in the end, Bitcoin doesn't just test your money. It tests your patience, your emotions, and your discipline. There will be days when the market crashes, when fear is everywhere, when everyone around you is saying, sell. And in those moments, backhand index pointing right. Weak investors panic. Backhand index pointing right. Smart investors stay calm. This is what separates winners from losers. If you truly understand what Bitcoin is, if you believe in its long-term potential, then short-term noise shouldn't affect you. Because real wealth, backhand index pointing right, is built over time, not overnight. So don't chase quick profits. Don't follow the crowd blindly. Take your time, learn, invest smartly, and stay consistent. And if you do that, backhand index pointing right, you won't just invest in Bitcoin. You'll invest in your future. Fire now, it's your turn. If you found this video valuable, backhand index pointing right, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Backhand index pointing right, drop a comment below and tell me, are you buying Bitcoin or waiting? Backhand index pointing right, and don't forget to like this video so more people can learn about this opportunity. Because the earlier you start, backhand index pointing right, the bigger your advantage. I'll see you in the next video, Rocket.